Let's fly through some quick tips for experiential sound design for ear-catching short-form media. Kind of a vintage nostalgia theme that feels more like your rich uncle's acid flashback than a product video.
Nice.
First things first, consider using a foundational sound layer. This could be music or a background sound that runs throughout most of the video. By having a foundational layer, you can always reduce it to make other sections more impactful. Adding sound is great, but subtracting sound is equally effective and only possible if you have a foundational layer to subtract from. In this case, it's music and noise that you can hear from the start, so that later when I take it out, you feel its absence. Let's quickly jump to a key topic, and that's shifting pace, because you see this in so many edits right now, particularly in this wave of immersive commercials.
What's up with the cinematography in commercials today being so darn immersive?
There's often a sudden temporary shift in the pace of the edit. Steady pace, sudden burst of intensity, and then back to the steady pace. Of course, if you're just doing the sound design, the pace will be informed by the edit, but how can you best work with this? Always think of it in three parts. We need to enter, fill it out, and exit. So usually there's some visual transition into the pace change. Maybe it's a speed ramp, maybe it's a sudden cut, but your sound design needs to reflect that. For this sudden entry, I use the sound of a dropping tennis racket to transition from the tennis court shot, so it's also relevant to the scene. Then we need to fill out the section with the new pace. It's a dense photo series with quick cuts, which I would say wants a busy, fast, and full soundscape. So we have a layer of noise. We have a layer of nature sounds because of the tree. We have these heavily processed tennis sounds. And then we have my favorite part, these cool torch swipes. Now all together. So the soundscape reflects this visual shift. You might also notice that these sounds occupy different parts of the frequency spectrum. I have a YouTube video specifically on that if you want more detail. Finally, we need to exit. Again, in this case, it's quick. Most of the sounds I simply cut. The only one that goes slightly longer is the last torch swipe, which actually transitions us out of the shot nicely. So we're kind of thrashed around, and then we're thrown back into the serene, dreamy atmosphere we were in before. Keeps things dynamic. I think that's all I have time to do.
Bird up!